Hello, hello. I'm not quite caught up on readings, but I'm don't have it in me to do any more of them tonight. So I'm just gonna go live really quick before I shower and go to bed. Happy Mother's Day. What a day, huh? Hello, hello. We're just talking astrology in here. That's all we ever do is talk a little astrology in here. I put together my video about the night sky. I think there's a lot of I think there's a lot of benefit to understanding some of the basics around astronomy and how things work up in the sky and how things look up in the sky. Hi! And so I try to do content about how to conceptualize it in your brain because it's just a lot to keep track of. Thank you so much for the likes. So, understanding that the constellations that are I don't know. I don't think everybody understands the stuff that I'm talking about. Hi. Yeah, I mean everybody's chart is complicated, but yeah. Oh, thank you. Do you have a question about your chart? I use Placidus, but I don't think it's wrong to use whole sign. I use Placidus because one time I was experimenting with learning how to rectify charts, and the one that I got closest on was he ended up being a Gemini rising, and he was a Pisces midheaven, but his sun was in Aries, and he didn't come across as Aries at all. And so there was only like 1 degree or something where I could have a Pisces midheaven and have his Aries be in 11th house instead of 10th because it was kind of an early Aries birthday. And I didn't want him to have a 10th house sun because there was nothing about this man that came across as Aries whatsoever. I had thought that he was a Pisces until I looked at his birthday. I was like, oh, that's actually an Aries birthday. And the 1 minute or so where he had a Pisces midheaven and then his sun was in 11th house was the time that he was born. So I was like, oh. So that was what kind of solidified it for me. I was like, I'm going to be using Placidus because that's going to help me with the type of astrology that I'm interested in doing. That's on my level. That's whatever. On the other hand, in whole sign, hi. In whole sign, it always would have been a sun in 11th house, so maybe it wouldn't have mattered. 1 minute away from Pisces rising. Cool. Hi, Asar. So for that reason, when I rectified that chart, which I didn't actually rectify it, I've only done like one video about Gemini Venus. You're welcome, though. You're welcome. I mean, would I date a Gemini Venus? I don't know. Maybe. But I want kids with Gemini Venus. I want my daughter to be a Gemini Venus. And my daughter is a Gemini Venus. That video is because my kids are air Venuses, and I'm thrilled. Words cannot tell you how thrilled I am. Why are you sad you're an Aquarius rising? Aquarius risings are born to be different. Well, I'm glad. I'm a Pisces Venus. If my daughter was a Pisces Venus, I'd be like, oh no, girl. Is she? Yeah, I have a daughter that's a Libra Venus too. I'd be like, no, 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 girl. Well, if I had a Cancer Venus, shut up. I wouldn't want it. I would have a sad. I would be sad. Cancer Venus isn't bad, but I don't want my daughter crying over some man and getting so stuck on somebody being loyal to somebody that's not going to be loyal back to them or whatever. I would rather my daughter have the Gemini Venus because I know that she's raised right. I don't think she would be, like, I know she wouldn't cheat. She would just not get so butthurt about stuff in relationships, I hope. No, I don't want... No Scorpio Venus. Thank you. Sagittarius Venus is fun. I think it would be really hard for them to commit. Sagittarius Venus is like all or nothing energy. It's like... I don't know. It can be really... It kind of depends, too, because it can be very traditional. Like, rote, like, dogmatic, religious. Or it can be, like, free love. Like Commander Riker. Do any of you guys watch Star Trek? Commander Riker seems like a Sagittarius Venus because he sleeps with everybody he's got one from every planet. You know what I mean? He's interested in boldly going, boldly coming. And I think he's a Sagittarius Venus. Yeah, and I'm a late degree Leo rising. That is why. For someone I'm going to date, yeah, but not somebody that... I've tried, but why not date a Gemini Venus? Because Gemini Venuses get bored really quickly. And you're competing for their attention. And I don't know, as a Pisces Venus, I'm not sure that they have the depth that I would need. But you know who I date? Scorpio Venuses, and it sucks. So maybe I just don't want to be happy. Oh, do they? No Aquarius Venus or Pisces Venus. I think I really like the Venus signs to be in the same element personally. Maybe they can sextile. Maybe. I don't like squares for Venus. Like, Venus needs to be harmonious aspects, in my opinion. They need to be friends. I don't know who that is. So Gemini Venus, I think another air Venus would be good. Or maybe sextile. What is it, sextile? Leo Venus, that'd be okay. And then the other way, it would be Aries Venus. That's a maybe. I don't think that would be... 2 Scorpio Venuses together is a yes for me. I really only see Scorpio placements be in successful relationship with other Scorpio placements in my personal life. I'm not saying that it can't work. I'm just saying that that's what I see most commonly. And I see them together and I say, oh, that just makes sense. I understand that relationship. I understand, how they connect. They just go well together. And then I look and they're both Scorpios and I'm like, oh, yeah. I don't really know any Virgo moons. I've only been out with one guy that's a Virgo moon. So I don't know. In whole sign, it's in my second house, but a lot of Virgo, I've got most of my first house is Virgo in Placidus, and I've got a south node in Virgo and it's in first house in Placidus. I really don't know a lot of Virgo moons. Most of my friends, um, I know a lot of mutable moons, and I know a lot of water moons. Time for a candy bar? Nice. What are you confused about? Horse on Mars? There is life on Mars, and it's a horse. Where is your Venus and your Mars, Priscilla? No, Taurus moon does not always have instability in their childhood. Just like because it's an exalted placement and they really crave stability and they need stability to feel emotionally safe. I just don't know any that have had a stable childhood personally. Like people always assume that a Taurus Venus had a lot of stability in their childhood, and I just haven't seen that to be true. Like the ones that I know in my personal life, they don't have a stable. They crave stability probably because they want stability in their life now and consistency, but they didn't have it as a kid. Mars in Aries and a Taurus Venus. I like Aries Venus for you, Priscilla, and I like a Leo rising or a Leo sun. Your Mars is in Gemini. It's hard for you to figure out what you want, huh, Asar? No. No, obviously not, because that would mean like, a twelfth of the population has their mom die young. So no. It always does mean mom karma though, or an absent mother, or like emotionally absent mother. Where is your mom at? It's hard for you to make decisions to choose which way to go, Asar, with the Gemini Mars. Or secrets around the mother, discovering things about your mother. Will I giggle or will I be upset? Oh, thank you. Thank you for the rose. Aries with a Pisces stellium dating a Pisces with an Aries stellium. I think that's okay. I think that's actually really nice. I think you guys might understand each other in a way that it would be rare for anybody else to grasp. I'm thinking about doing another post about apparent retrograde motion. I think that'll be great, Asar. What's my favorite astrology placement? Like for what? Hi, Juan. Do you have a good Mother's Day? I need to study more about part of fortune. I've heard it described as a place of manifestation. But so I don't know enough about part of fortune to give you advice on that. Thank you. We're just talking a little bit of astrology because I'm too burnt out. I have a few. I should have done like two more readings today, but I didn't do them. So, and part of it's because my kids are always here. My custody changed. My kids are always here now. But anyway. Oh, thank you. I did start posting these lives over on the other place where you can do long form videos. So if you're ever interested in looking through these lives again, I do have them. It's in the link tree. And you can go to the other place, the other website. Oh, thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Thanks, Melissa. Happy Mother's Day to you. What placements do I think are most important for compatibility? I think the Venus placement is really important. I think that compatible suns would be good. And then aspects between the sun and the moon, or the sun, the moon, and the Venus. And then for romantic compatibility, you gotta have Mars. You gotta have Mars. What type of aspects Mars makes is less important to me, as long as there's aspects. But I like harmonious aspects between the sun and the moon and the Venus. Or the rising, or something. At least moon signs. Moons and Venuses, I guess. Jupiter retrograde in 3rd house in Virgo. So Jupiter represents your beliefs, it can be kind of a place of luck. It's your approach to life, kind of the ideas that you live by. Is 3rd house ruled by Virgo in your chart? You're over it. Virgo rules 3rd. So 3rd house is your local community. Good night, Asar. 3rd house is your local community. Having 3rd house in Virgo, I think, may talk about being in a very service-oriented community, or a very, like, perfectionist community where, like, you have to do everything exactly right. That's kind of the way that you grew up, maybe not in your family, but in your local town, or the people that you hung out with, or whatever. And then having Jupiter there retrograde means that you would be defining your beliefs for yourself. Retrograde Jupiter doesn't take on like the beliefs of other people, or they don't tend to like stay with their own. They're more likely to leave like the religion that they were raised in, or whatever. It's giving humanist to me. Like a retrograde Jupiter in Virgo in 3rd would, to me, say like, well, I believe in everybody doing their best and being a good human. And I believe that I hold myself to high standards because I want to be able to serve my community and give back to my community. And my religion, or the set of ideas that I can really stand behind, would be that, where we all work together on a local level, help our neighbors, and hold ourselves to high standards so that we're able to meet the needs of others in our community. That's what I would say. My boyfriend is a Scorpio Venus and I have a Gemini Venus. Are we doomed? No, I don't know what it is, but Scorpios and Geminis, there's something about it. He's very into his religion. That might make you doomed. Are you religious? What kind of religion is he in? If you're doomed, it's because of the religion. Ask me how I know. Is he going to make you be religious? And do you have any fixed signs in your chart? What are y'all's sun signs? Cancer rising. Scorpio sun told me he needs space today. Give him space for the rest of his life. Give him space forever. Bye. Don't let him come back around. Where's his moon, Alyssa? Do you know? His moon rules his chart. Oh, he's a Sagittarius sun with a Scorpio Venus. He's a Cancer moon. I don't hate it, but I do think that he will stay with that religion. Oh, you're pregnant, so you're kind of stuck? Okay, well, that's it. How far along are you? I mean, this is America. Certain things are legal still. My ex-husband had a Sag sun, Cat Mars. I don't know, girl. I don't know about that. I can't advise you to make a major life choice about that, but 9 weeks is pretty early. I think he'd be controlling. Aquarius moon, Scorp sun, Cancer rising. No, Alyssa, yeah, don't let him come back around and never talk to him again. How old are you, Rissy? How old are you? Okay. That's fine. Make your own choices. That's okay. If you were like 20, I'd be like, no, girl. If you're like 20, I'd be like, listen. I mean, that's up to y'all. I don't think he should be religious if he got you pregnant. Like, it's, he sounds, I don't know about that. I think it sounds a little hypocritical, but whatever. But you're not stuck. If you want to choose it, then fine, but you have choices. This is the United States. The rest of it I don't hate. Well, okay, well, he's a Sagittarius sun with a Scorpio Venus, and I think that Sagittarius is a very religious sign. What did you say his rising was? Yeah, exactly. What did you say his rising was, Rissy? Let me see. No, you didn't. I need to know what house that Sagittarius sun is in. You're a Leo rising? So you've got Sagittarius in 5th. That makes sense. Yeah, his rising would matter to me a lot. I think he may stay religious, though, and so you'll have to keep dealing with whatever it is. This kind of, if he gets more, serious about it after the kids and tries to be controlling and stuff, that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, you'd need the time he was born. If you were the Scorpio Venus and he was the Gemini Venus, I'd tell you to break up. But if he's the Scorpio Venus, I think that could work. He will stay conservative. He will stay religious. He's not going to come out of that. So what's he doing getting you pregnant by accident at 39? Like, I think a Virgo and Scorpio can be good together. Therapy can't save a relationship, though. Therapy can improve your communication, but it can't make it so that you guys are compatible. Was it planned, Rissy? Let them be moody. So what is he doing getting somebody accidentally pregnant at 39? That's weird of him. Like, accident. Like, what is that? Like, he's 40 years old. And I say that as somebody who dates 40-year-olds, and they're careful. They're careful. Oh, I see. Okay. That's a little different then. Because, yeah, when I'm going out with some 40-year-old guys, and they know they don't want kids, they are careful. How do you discipline? What's going on with your Scorpio teenager, and what's your signs? And is it a girl or boy? More information, please. Absolutely, they can get toxic. Absolutely, they can get toxic for sure. But I do think they can go well together. They sextile. There's a certain level of understanding. I'm a Libra. She's a girl and defiant, wanting to run away from her boy. Okay. What's her what's her rising sign? There's a reason that she's unhappy at home. So let's start there. You don't need to talk about disciplining her just yet. You don't understand why she wants to run away just yet. So, Libra, I think Libra and Scorpio energy are so different that it can be very, very hard for Libra to understand what motivates a Scorpio. And so let's start there. Welcome to therapy. Stigma around Capricorn. Capricorns are just very morose, and they're very, I mean, every sign has stigma. I don't know. Capricorns are just very serious, and they tend to be money obsessed. Not all of them. And they're not all serious. Hi, thank you. But this room, if you're wanting some advice on how to understand your teenager better, then fine. This is not a room where we're going to shit on teenagers, because she's 15 and you're grown. So same as the gentleman who's 39 getting somebody accidentally pregnant. He's a grown man. And I'm not saying it's easy to raise a teenager. I like Capricorns. They're depressed. They're realists. And they're very practical. They deal with what's right in front of them. They're very smart. They can be emotionally unavailable. Hi, Kia. I guess that mom left, huh? Libra mom, are you still here? There was a Libra mom in here asking me how to discipline her Scorpio daughter. Well, and my mother was a Libra. Well, and teenagers are hard. Don't misunderstand me. Sometimes you can't be touchy-feely kind, but like, she's 15 years old. That mom left. I don't mind Libras. I have a lot of Libra friends. Sometimes Libras trying to parent their children can be tough. Sun Cap, Rising Sagittarius. That sounds cool. Yeah. Let the record show that like this page and this is not a safe space for moms trying to shit on their kids. Okay? So anybody trying to come in here and talk about how difficult their child is because of astrology is going to get a talking to. Not in a bad way, but like if you're trying to understand your kid better so that you can be a better parent, by all means stay open-minded, be open to understanding another perspective. If you're coming in here and saying like why is my Scorpio child so hard to raise? How come they're being so defiant and difficult? Because you've done something. Like, let's talk about that's a parenting issue. So let's talk about it like that first. Let's talk about the fact that you have some kind of fundamental misunderstanding with your child, and let's start there. It's not going to be me or anybody in here ganging up on your 15-year-old. Okay? Like, they're 15. I had another lady in here one time that she was mad at her Leo daughter for like she was like 10 and got into her paints or something, and I was like she's 10, girl. Hi Astrid, how are you? We're just not doing that. Like, anyways, it's just not an energy that I understand. I understand being frustrated with your kids. I understand, like, being so fundamentally different from your child and not understanding, like, their motivations or not understanding their perspective and what motivates them in life. Like, I can totally understand that. I don't understand parents that start shitting on their kids and their kid isn't even grown yet. And it's like, so what do you want to talk about? Like, you want me to be mad at a 10-year-old with you, or do you want to try to fix it? Because the only person that's going to fix it's you, girl. Anyway, thank you for coming to my TED Talk. And I'm not a perfect parent. I just don't understand that energy. Because for me, like, whenever I've made a lot of mistakes with my kids, okay? And astrology has helped me a lot to understand my kids better. But whenever I've not understood my children, it's because I'm doing something wrong. Hi, Haley. Oh, Haley, come back. Haley. But anyway, does anybody have an astrology question? Sorry, I'm just ranting. Anybody have placements in the early degrees of Aquarius that's going to go through the retrograde? Hi, Haley, how are you? Congratulations on graduating. That's so exciting. Aquamars. What house is it, Brandy? Haley's a really gifted tarot reader. She's not taking readings anymore, though. She just graduated college. You're so welcome. I'm so glad to see you. Aquarius sun. The early degrees of Aquarius. How has the Pluto transit been going for you guys so far? What's been going on? It's at 7, so not quite. Not quite. Leo moon opposite at 5 degrees. It did go retro at 5, so it's going to hang out at 5 for quite a while. What's been going on with you and your mom, Melissa? Aquamars as well in 8th house. What degree is it, Melissa? It's Cap 10th, but technically Aquamars. I don't know what that... so the 10th house is in Capricorn, but then you have an Aquarius Mars in 10th also. You know, Astrid, I listen to Nightlight Astrology too. I haven't taken any of their classes, but I love Adam Ellenboz refers to it as the blood bank. And I think that that's such a profound imagery and perspective on the level of exchange that goes on in 8th house. 15 degrees, so not quite my time yet. Thank God. But yeah, I like the idea of the blood bank exchange. There was an episode where he talked about it like that. You know, what we owe each other, a pound of flesh, soul exchange to the depths, signing a contract without necessarily understanding how that life force works. I think 8th house is really interesting. I wish I had placement. I wish I was cool and sexy and had placements in the 8th, but I do in whole sign, but not in Placidus. Hi, how are you? Do you have 8th house placements, Astrid? Haley, are you moving anywhere or what are you doing? Pluto's still in my 4th. And like logically, I know that 8th house is not a picnic. I just think everybody that with 8th house placements is sexy and mysterious. I want to be like that so bad, and I'm not. Scorpio moon at 6 degrees, so you are feeling the square. What's going on with your mom? How exciting! How's it been going living together? North node, Jupiter, Venus, all conjunct in Scorpio in 8th. Nice. Very profound. Definitely about money, right? Definitely about exchange. Definitely about sometimes that's an inheritance placement. Do you have an inheritance? That'd be cool. How fun. Do you have a date for the wedding, Haley? To me it does. It's a vibe. It's just a certain vibe. I mean, I think I could talk about what's an inheritance placement. Jupiter in 8th can be. It depends. Jupiter and Venus conjunct in 8th house. Okay. In Scorpio, okay, where's my money at? But then, soul exchange, who's gonna have to croak to get it? I don't know. Nice. Nice. Yeah, it's giving hospice. Chiron and Moon and 8th Placidus and oh. No, like if you have like Jupiter in 8th house in your chart, whenever I see Jupiter in 8th, I'm like, what's going on with this? Sometimes it's money. Sometimes it's a money inheritance. Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I've done direct care. I work in a hospital. That's tough, man. But sometimes the inheritance is like friggin' family trauma and shit. Like it's not. You're like, oh darn, I wanted money. Yeah, Jupiter in Taurus. That sounds promising. Yeah. Where's that money at? Yeah, sometimes the inheritance is not that chill. So you just have to kind of, it just depends on the chart. What else in 8th house? I do see psychic placements in 8th. 8th house is hidden also. 8th house is secrets. 8th house is yeah, sometimes it's a little bit beyond. It's about discovering the truth. getting to the bottom of things. Taurus 8th house with nothing else in there. No, but you have Lilith conjunct the North Node, Haley. You have Lilith conjunct the North Node, and there were some other things in your chart. Amber has a lot of 8th house placements, though. You have Lilith conjunct the North Node, and then that Pisces moon. I don't know where Jupiter's at in your chart, though. I don't remember. Right? Isn't that so spooky? She's so witchy. What about 8th house synastry? I mean, I'm always in these bitches' 8th house. I'm always in these boys' 8th house. It's very intense. Sorry, I don't know if I should just take these off. Maybe I should just take these off. 8th house synastry is very intense. I can't really recommend it. It's just very, 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 like, it's like very, like, soul exchange. Doomed, it's not necessarily doomed. You just have to be able to handle the intensity if you're going to do it long term. Is your North Node in 9th, Haley? And for a Scorpio, aren't you a Scorpio, NM? And I know you said you were not from New Mexico, but in my mind you are. For a Scorpio, that's what you're going to want. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I'm always in their 8th house. And then, yeah, the last guy I dated, his moon was in my 8th, actually. Now that I think about it. And it was crazy. Because I was talking a bunch of shit about Scorpios and then you came into the live. And then I was like, NM, New Mexico. Very grounded. And how old are my kids? They're teenagers. I've got 2 daughters. They're teens. I desperately wanted him to help. I desperately wanted to help him with that. Hello, Josh. Oh, he left. I seen you, Josh. Are you here or what? Oh, okay, good. Okay, great. Whatever, it was stupid. Josh, you should be friends with this guy, NM, because he has Capricorn and Scorpio placements, too. 8th house Pisces, Mercury and Venus. Yeah, in whole sign, my Pisces placements are in 8th house as well. But I don't know that that's another reason I think Placidus is better, because I'm not very 8th house vibe. Any bit of me. I wish that I was. I wish I did, but I don't. I bet you are. I bet you are. Yeah, because I have Pisces. So I'm a Leo rising, and then I have Pisces sun and moon and Venus and North Node. Ah! Yeah, I get that. Cap rising with the moon, Mars, and Chiron conjunct in Cancer. Yeah, you like a demon though, huh? That's Scorpio shit. Sun conjunct Mars with like half a degree. That can mean that the Mars is combust. What sign are they in? Is it in Scorpio? I don't know what to do because I kind of want these glasses on, but then like in Pisces. So when they're really close together like that, your North Node's in 7th. I'd have to look at your chart again, Haley. In 8th. See? See? I remembered the Lilith because I was like, oh, she's a witch. I said, oh, she's a cute witch. Yeah. See, and that's like Amber, because her Taurus stuff's in 8th as well. What was I saying? Oh, okay. So when something's conjunct the sun like that, um, when it gets too close to the sun where you can't see it, it doesn't have its own light anymore. It's called a combust placement. But once it's within 1 degree and within a certain amount of arc minutes, then it's a Kazemi placement where it's like in the heart of the sun. But it has to be within like 13 arc minutes for that. For Mars, I think that probably your wife just has a really, really hard time asserting her own needs, which she probably would have a hard time with that anyway because the Mars is in Pisces. And where it's so close to the sun like that, like, that's just a really bad, like, she has a really, really hard time understanding what she wants for herself versus what she wants for other people, and she mixes it all together and just really doesn't have a sense of her own will. So Lilith is a calculation. Black Moon Lilith is calculated. So on Astroseek, it defaults to the mean Lilith. Lilith in the chart is the point in the moon's orbit when it's the furthest away from the sun. And so it's a calculation. And so there's the mean Lilith, like the average, and then there's the true Lilith. Should peek at my mom's chart. I think, do I have your mom's chart still? I probably do, Haley. Have I looked at it before? Your mom is crazy. The true Lilith is a more exact calculation, like for that day. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. So that might be why they're different. And some astrologers use the mean, and some astrologers use the true. I use the mean Lilith. True might be more accurate. I think that more people use mean Lilith, and then more people use true node. Because the nodes are calculated as well. Those are not in the sky. Those are points. Those are parts of the moon's orbit. All of those are parts of the moon's orbit. These are dirty as hell. You like True Node? Yeah, and so that there's nothing wrong with it. But yeah, it's like it's a calculation, and so it's just not quite. I'm new at glasses, and they're dirty as hell. Moon and Uranus like 2 degrees conjunct. Where are they at? NM. No, that might mean a revolutionary. Thank you. In Capricorn. That's somebody who needs space for their emotions. That's somebody who needs freedom. Right on your midheaven. On the 10th house side. In 10th. Thanks for the likes, you guys. Okay, in Capricorn? Shoot. First of all, whatever was going on with your mom from a young age, like everybody kind of saw, I think. A lot of times with the moon in 10th house, it's like, oh, like if your mom was if there was a lot of volatility around your mom, everybody saw. Everybody knew what you were going through. It was very public. Like the fact that she was so push-pull, volatility type thing. And then in Capricorn, I think you probably you might work with technology. Uranus is a lot of times it's about revolution, and it's about like throwing off old norms. It's kind of interesting in Capricorn. I think it might be about like redoing systems for you. With the moon there. Where's Saturn in your chart? NM? Where's Saturn? Hi, thank you so much. Not necessarily. Saturn's in Aries. What house? Oh, yeah, it might be psychological then. Yeah, that might be talking about like in order to discover yourself. You're going through your Saturn return. How's that going? Um there's a big piece there for you where in order to find peace within yourself, you're going to have to settle with this mom karma. And you're going to have to kind of delve into it and discover it, and that's what your Saturn return is going to be about. So, good luck with that. Bye. Saturn's in Pisces, 12th house, crazy insomnia. Interesting. Well, how was your Saturn return, Astrid? What was your Saturn return about? My Saturn's in Capricorn. And it was ridiculous. It was absolutely unhinged. Bye. Yeah, I think you probably were the cycle breaker. And you still are, I'm sure. No. MC and Venus conjunction. Is it on the 9th house side or the 10th house side? Your Saturn's in Aquarius in first. You really need to learn to let your freak flag fly, Sam. Yeah, that'll do it, because 12th house is hidden. 12th house is hard to see. Yeah, that's so real. You have no lower right quad placements. That's okay. On the 9th house side, it might be about making money from teaching. Might be about being attracted to people from other places, being interested in other cultures. What's up? Thanks. Thanks for the likes. Got the best do you play Barry sax, right, Cleric? The best ex-Mormon saxophone player I've met. Yeah, what sign is the Venus in? Nice. Melissa, what sign is your Venus that you're talking about? Cool. Oh gosh, I've almost been on an hour. Do you like that, Sid? Scorpio, Aquarius rising. Yeah, Aquarius risings are born to be different. I'm not sure quite what you're saying, Nature Goddess. Definitely not for the week. Thank you for the likes. Moon, Mercury, and Chiron. Were you born in 87? Oh, a yod. The sun is the apex. What are the other two planets? Okay, I'm gonna leave in 5 minutes. Okay, guys. Good for her. Just kidding. Don't be a cult leader. Saturn, Pluto conjunct. She's probably in Scorpio. She's probably born in like 84. Yeah, Aquarius risings, I really like them. I respect them. I respect the hell out of an Aquarius rising. Because they do the most. Oh, maybe Libra. I am a Leo rising. How's that family trauma? I feel like so many astrologers are Leo risings. Just not that one. Yeah, I mean, she's gonna start a cult. You guys seen The Office? I'm so millennial. There's an episode where Creed's like, I've been part of any cults. You have more fun as a follower, but you make more money as a leader. Yes, Aquarius placements in general are associated with adoption. Yes. And I do find sometimes people think that means that a person that's adopted has a lot of Aquarius placements, but I find that it's the adoptive parents. It's the parents. Yeah, I'm trying to collect those tithes, baby. It's the parents for sure. Like, both my parents are Aquarius moons. My mom has I think her chart's like an Aquarius signature. Like, obviously that's not a hard and fast thing, but yeah, a lot of adoptive parents have Aquarius placements, or like step parents that step up for sure. Not just Aquarius rising. Yeah, definitely. Aries, Aquarius, rising and moon. Great for, yeah, I love that. That's fun, Sid. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, your stepdad's an Aquarius sun. Nice. You were the step parent that stepped up. All right, do you have Aquarius placements, Lori? If you don't, that's okay. I'm just curious. Cool. What do I think of an Aquarius rising, Sag sun, Gem moon, Sinistry? I think it could work. Not for me, but yeah, for the two of y'all, I think you'd all get along like a house on fire. Like, I don't know if it's. Hi, Josh. So many Joshes. Like, it'd be a fun time. Here for a good time, not for a long time, possibly. Because y'all might burn the house to the ground. Interesting. Yeah, I was adopted. I find that a lot of adoptees have Leo risings. That's not all of us. But Leo rising, Capricorn rising, Sun in 8th house, Sun in 12th house, Sun and Moon in 8th house, 12th house, Scorpio, Pisces. There's trends for sure. Yeah. Adoption is trauma. Scorpio rising, interesting. Where's your sun and your moon, Rose? Can I ask you that? Nice. Where's your sun and your moon, Rose? I'd be interested to know. I like looking at adoptee charts. So that's probably a 7th house sun and an 8th house moon. Wait, a 12th house moon. Damn it! No, it'd be 2nd house. See, not everything's the way I want it to be. I should look. I don't have time to look at your chart. I want to do adoptees charts more, and I just don't have time right now. I would want to look at that chart, though. I love a Scorpio rising. Their aura is so intoxicating to me. I feel like Scorpio risings have a way of drawing you in. Right. Hi, Dally. How's it going with that guy? It can be. It can be. Again, I think it's more adoptive parents than adoptive children. Yeah, 11th house can be associated with adoptive parents. Magnetized Scorpio placements. What do you mean by that, Sid? A heavy connection in what way? Like, do Scorpios tend to date people with 8th house placements? I haven't found that to be true. Good. I'm glad. Because he's toxic. Bye. I'm glad. Okay, we can go now because I got an update from Dali. I gotta go to bed, guys. It'll pass. Yeah, he was a loser. I hate him. I hate him, Dali. I don't like him. Okay, thanks, you guys. Have a good night. But I do like you, Dali. Thanks for coming in. TTYL. Bye.